Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm excited to be doing a review of the Birds Oracle deck. Ooh, it just feels so good. You know when things feel like that, that Suede feel? That's what the book and the cards actually feel like, is that Suede. Anyway, I've had this deck for a few months now, and this is a deck by Jessica Blaine Smith, and the illustrations in the deck are by Mia Emily Freeman. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the guidebook first, and as you can see, it is a proper book. So we're going to put the cards off to the side here. But the illustrations and oh my goodness. So first, when you get in, it kind of talks about how the deck came to be, and I love reading that because I love having a point of reference of like where these images and the thought process behind the deck. I'm a deck creator myself. I created the Wally's World Oracle, and so it's something that I was very happy to include in my guidebook. And so you have a little bit of that in here. Then there's how you could possibly use the deck. Of course, you know, how you use your deck is totally up to you. Then it jumps right into the birds itself. So you'll notice this is the picture of the cards, and this is in black and white, but there aren't any keywords. So it doesn't tell you the type of bird, and it doesn't tell you, you know, anything to go off of it. So what I think is interesting, because off the top of my head, I can't look at every bird in the deck and know exactly what type of bird that is. So it is kind of fun to use this, for me personally, as like a one card draw. You know, I'll find out, okay, this is an albatross, and it gives you some characteristics. It gives you what the meaning could be, the guts of the card. That was Loki running by. And then there are questions to ask yourself, and it has that for every single card in here, which I think is fabulous. So it's really good for journaling and things like that. So I think that's it at the back of the book. So again, you have your illustrator, and you have your deck creator, and your acknowledgments, of course. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into these beautiful cards. It just has this. Well, I mean, it's a pretty box, but it's hard for me to get my cards in and out of the box. So actually, I keep it in a little bag instead of keeping it in its box here, just because I feel like it wrecks my cards more trying to get them in and out. Oh my goodness, the feel of these cards. I love the feel. So look at that artwork. So beautiful. You can see that this is a matte finish. There's absolutely no sheen, and it's that feeling of suede. Like, oh, I love when cards feel like suede. It's a pretty good cardstock, so I'd say, you know, a 300 plus cardstock. So and it has some bend to it. So if you're a riffle shuffler or side shuffler, you know, I think these cards can stand up to it because it does have that beautiful suede coating. So look at the vibrancy of the colors. And I like how the rest of this is muted. And then we have this like sun, this focal point right on the bird. So our attention is drawn to here, and almost like gazing into their eye or eyes. So yeah, and there's a little number down here. So if you didn't know exactly what this bird is, of course you could look it up in the guidebook. And then from there, go with your intuition. That's what I do. I don't necessarily go with what the meaning is in the guidebook. So I'm going to zoom us in. Oh, like I said, there's such vibrancy. I love that everything else except for the bird is muted, so that your attention is right here. I love the colorization. I think this is color pencil. Maybe. It's beautiful. And I like that muted look, you know, instead of using colorizing, you know, via computer or marker. I like the use of color pencil. I think it creates a softness. And it's also very striking. You know that all the color is on the birds with this softness. So you'll see some of the cards are white, some of the cards are black. Yes, even pigeon is in there. And in the guidebook it says, yes, you can gain something from every bird. Even though I think even in the guidebook there's a little bit of cheekiness in there, you know, where it says, yes, some people call them whatever, flying rats, but you know, they're not just flying rats. They actually have a medicine, you know, something that you can gain from them. Hey, I saw some turkeys today. I was out at the camel dairy, but they don't just have camels. They have turkeys, they had sheep, lots of other things. Beautiful owl. See, like I said, I don't know every single bird just by looking at it in here. So the guidebook definitely does help me. I need to have that with me if I'm going to be pulling some cards. So for me, I'm just using it for daily draws, like a overarching theme of a spread or a reading. Like a lot of these birds are native to me, but not all of them. So gotta look them up. I just love the way it feels. Like, it just feels so nice. I'm not trying to do an ASMR, but you know, it feels so nice. Is that a kiwi? Oh. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna give these a shuffle. And I guess that's going to be our general card. So I always like to do a little reading with the cards, just so people can see how they read or how I read with them. So okay, we have, which I think this is a crow or a raven. We're going to look it up in the guidebook, and I want to see what the guidebook has to say about this. So let's look up number 10. Ha, it is crow. All right. Characteristics: big and black bird. Lives everywhere in the world but Antarctica. Interesting. Often seen on the sides of roads in groups or individually. Highly intelligent, eat everything from small mammals, reptiles, seeds, and nuts. Meaning could be you're on the right track. Or protector. And here's the guts of the card. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with crows and ravens. We would do a lot of road trips as a family back then, and everywhere that we went, it seemed to me that at least 2 crows were following us along the journey. I called them Mo and Joe, and when there were more of them, they became Mosey and Josie, and so forth. To me, it wasn't a journey unless Mo and Joe were there guiding the way. The crow card represents that you are on the right track. Find comfort in that. The crow is your protector or spirit angel. And then there's a few questions you can ask. What are you struggling with right now that perhaps you do not need to? What can you just let be as it is now? I like that. And actually, I saw so many crows. I was picking up some like apples and some things from Sprouts, and I swear there was the biggest murder of crows flying. Like the whole sky almost had turned black. It was crazy. So that's interesting that this card pops up as I'm doing a deck review this evening. So yeah. All right. So let me know if you have any comments or questions about this deck. Maybe you have this deck and you work with it a particular way. Maybe you don't have it and you just want to ask some questions. But mostly I just want to put beautiful art out there. I've said that before, you know, so I am in no way forcing people to add to their collections or buy more decks or, you know, you need to do X, Y, and Z. Just, hey, you know, come by, look at some beautiful artwork, maybe get a reading. So anyway, that's it for me. If you guys dug this video, Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe. And don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. Maybe you want me to use the Birds Oracle. I'd be more than happy to do that. I have a lot of different types of readings, as well as my bracelets that I make, my room and body sprays, and some healing salves. And I am out of stock of my Goddess of the Rose beauty salve. That sold out pretty quickly because people really tend to like it. So I'll be making more during the last week of November. So fret not, more is coming to the shop. And if you want to throw a little love my way, think about joining that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. And I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.